History isn't just dates and headlines, it is the rhythm of human hearts, interrupted by bullets, the dreams of a nation shattered by ambition, fear, and ideology. Welcome to Everything Sociology 24. My name is Udi Godwin Agbaka, and this is a channel where we breathe life into the past, one story at a time. Please remember to kindly subscribe to this channel. It was the 15th of January 1966. The air was heavy with uncertainty, and Ramadan lent the night a sacred calm. But beneath the stillness, a storm was brewing, one that would change Nigeria forever. At the center of it all was Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogwu, a fiery young officer from the Nigerian military, who along with a group of disillusioned soldiers believed Nigeria needed a violent rebirth. That night, they struck swiftly and ruthlessly. Among their targets, the premier of the northern region, the revered Sir Ahmadu Bello, Sardauna of Sokoto, and tragically his devoted first wife, Hafsatu bint Abdulkadir Maccido. Earlier on the 14th, all seemed normal, if not busy, in the life of the Sardauna. Gidado Idris, then his personal secretary, later recalled, the premier was on his usual routine. The Prime Minister, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, had called. He was making plans. The mood, you may ask, it was calm and reflective. It was Ramadan after all. By noon, the Sardauna was inspecting his new office, smiling gently, speaking little, and hours later he received a peculiar visit. Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, Premier of the Western Region, walked in with a warning. The army is going to take over tomorrow, he said bluntly, but the Sardauna, firmly in his belief and loyalty to his people, replied, I won't abandon my people in their hour of need. If they didn't bring the government into power, they have no right to take it out by force. Akintola returned to Ibadan. The Sardauna stayed behind, choosing duty over escape. As dusk fell, the breaking of the fast was observed with quiet dignity. Later, the famous Hausa grioed, Dan Kwairo, arrived to play music late into the night. The Sardauna sat, listening attentively. Tired aides yawned discreetly, but no one dared suggest stopping the music. We were exhausted, Gidado remembered, but he loved music. It was his way of ending the day. Then just before midnight, 3 high-profile guests arrived urgently. The police commissioner MD Yusuf, Brigadier Samuel Ademulegun, and Alhaji Ali Akilu. They huddled with the premier for a tense 30 minutes. Something was definitely wrong. After everyone left, the premier went upstairs to write his Salah message, but unknown to him, Nzeogwu's men were already closing in. At about 2 a.m., the soldiers breached the compound in Kawo, Kaduna. Panic followed. They rounded up everyone, wives, staff, even visiting relatives, said Gidado. The soldiers, grim-faced and on edge, demanded, Who is Ahmadu Bello? Someone tried to impersonate him, a failed attempt to save the Sardauna, but he rose from the crowd himself and said quietly, I am the one you're looking for. 3 wives wept beside him. 2 were pulled away, but Hafsatu, his first wife, daughter of the Waziri of Sokoto, refused to leave his side. Unfortunately, they were shot together. The compound was silent by dawn. The premier's lifeless body, along with Hafsatu's, was later transported quietly to the Sultan's house in Ogwansaki. There, washed and wrapped in white cloth, the man who once governed the north and the woman who stood by him in life and death were buried. Gidado Idris, who survived that night, would go on to serve Nigeria for decades, but he never forgot the moment the world changed in a single blood-stained night. What happened on January 15, 1966 was more than a military coup. It was the cracking of Nigeria's fragile unity, the start of a cycle of power grabs, revenge killings, and mistrust that echoed into the civil war and beyond. But in that chaos, the image of Hafsatu embracing her husband before the end remains one of Nigeria's most heart-wrenching yet powerful testaments of love, loyalty, and courage. History isn't just about what happened, it's about why it happened and how it shapes us today. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. My name is Odi Godwin Agbaka, and this is Everything Sociology 24, bringing humanity back into history. Thank you for watching.